Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, otherwise known as a leFH, leaf blower, or leFH if you happen to be jingles. And this one is known as Fifi La Pew Pew to What Arty Noobs members and is on the south spawn of Lakeville Encounter under the command of Elirox. Battle has started. Well, he's gone straight to the aim, and I can see trees falling at the other end of the map, which means there must be somebody passing by. Oh, he saw a tree go down, fires around in the path of that tree. And, well, that was probably just a Hail Mary shot in the sense. Chances are it wouldn't hit anything, but anyway, he's happy with this firing position. He's going to stay here and shoot from here for the meanwhile. Just need something to shoot at first. Now, you only get 42 rounds of ammunition in this Arty, and he's loaded 8 rounds of AP as well as 33 rounds of HE. Now, you can actually carry armor piercing as well as high explosive anti-tank on this Arty. In fact, the only other premium Arty in the game, the Sexton one, which many of you may have received in your Christmas loot boxes, that actually has AP rounds and HE, but no heat. Well, he's aiming towards that rock on the centre of the lake road, hoping that somebody's going to be there. He's marked the target, but nobody's going up there. He does have one of the longest view ranges of all Arty in the game, 390 meters view range, and he's actually using binoculars as well, which means he's extended his range even more. Okay, some enemy tanks have been seen in the town. He's now aiming for just behind the rock. He fires a speculative shot in there and nobody's there. Might be somebody around. Oh, he hit someone! There was somebody hiding behind that rock because there was no explosion when he fired that shell in. And he fires another one in. Whoever was there has moved. They've obviously been hit and realised they need to pull out of there. Well, no sixth sense has gone off, so obviously the enemy didn't see him. They're just far too far away. And, well, there's some heavy tanks in the valley, or one heavy tank rather, a Black Prince, and only a Panzer IV-H to stop him coming south. And looks like the Black Prince has got friends as well. Oh, and there goes the Panzer IV-H, which means now Elirox is going to have to move, and he's going to have to move further east. Because if he stays where he is, he's going to get taken out by that Black Prince fairly quickly. He does have a box tank, an SU-100Y nearby, and he's using the bush. So if Elirox can get behind him, then he can act as bodyguard for him until they deal with whatever's coming down towards their spawn point. There's a TOG 2 in the town centre. He's got no shots because of that tower on the building. Now the Black Prince has turned up. Let's see what shots he can get on that. It's quite a fast firing Arty, the leFH. It's normally around about 10 seconds to shoot. Normally you need to dial in a lot more accurately. He didn't dial in on that and he missed the Black Prince altogether. But he's reloaded again. Unfortunately got a bit of reticule bloom there and the shell didn't hit the target. Got a Sherman Jumbo there as well. Fires at that. Oh, and he got a hit on that on the engine deck of the tank. Black Prince is fairly badly damaged. He's dialing in. Again, that was a snapshot, so missed the target altogether. Never fire snap in the Fifi unless you're absolutely certain you can hit the target. And he managed to miss, but he got a hit there on the Black Prince. He's dialing in again. Be ready very shortly. Fires another round in and gets another hit for 169. And unfortunately, we just lost our M12 teammate. Fires the round in, finishes off the Black Prince, but he's going to have difficulty trying to get that Sherman Jumbo. And a pair of enemy tanks has been seen on the lake road, a Hellcat and a T-34. The Hellcat's wisely staying behind that rock to avoid any of the shells from Elirox's howitzer. Okay, in the town we've got a TOG 2, made his way next to the church. Direct hit on him, 105, that's a good shot. Unfortunately, those buildings are going to get in the way. He fires around in, hits the building instead. And there goes the M10, taken out by the box tank. And the 88 is now attacking that Sherman Jumbo. And the Sherman Jumbo's managed to get the other side of him, which makes it very difficult for us to hit him. If we shoot now, we'll probably hit our teammate. And yeah, we did. And thank goodness that these shells do not have stun, because if they did have stun, the 88 would be very annoyed. He fires another round in. And this time round, he does hit the enemy Sherman. And he's gone. The 88 managed to destroy the Sherman Jumbo, but there's now a Death Toaster, and Elirox has no trouble with the Death Toaster, takes him out. Okay, the Hellcat's made his way down from the Lake Road, and the T-34 is coming after him. So Elirox has decided to shoot at the T-34. He's not fully dialed in, and again the shell misses, because you need to dial in on this Arty if you want to get an accurate shot. And unfortunately, if you fire snap, you miss the target, you waste the shell. And shells are precious. He's only got 16 left of the HE, 8 of the armor piercing. And the armor piercing, well, you need to be absolutely certain you can hit the target, because the burst radius on these shells is only 2 meters. Well, we've lost the 88, taken out by the Hellcat. He fires a snap in at the Hellcat, hits the wreck of the Black Prince. I could keep going on saying about this, but you definitely need to dial in on a target. And when you're short of shells, you must conserve your shells. You only fire at what you know you can hit. Don't fire at something you speculate might be there, because if it's not there, you'll waste a shell which is valuable, and you might regret that at the end of the game. Now, he's relying on his own long view range from this position to spot the enemy. He needs to get a bit closer, actually, because if you look at the view ring circles on the minimap, there's the Hellcat. He's been spotted. Can he get a shot? Well, he fires around in anyway, and it was snap, but the box tank got the kill. And that means it's now 3 versus 5. So we are at a bit of a disadvantage. We do have one heavy tank, and that's the T-150 behind us. Oh, good hit on the T-34. Now, can he get the kill? Oh, we got a red line, but luckily the box tank is on the ball, and he takes out the T-34. So it's now 3 versus 4. Well, I think they're going to swap places now, because I don't believe there's any enemy in the valley. And that means that, oh, there's a tank destroyer. That's the ISU-122S, which is a premium Soviet Tier 7 tank destroyer. Rather a nasty one with a 122mm gun. And the enemy's capping again. I think they decided to no cap kill all earlier, because they did start capping, and then they've started stop, and then they've started again. So Elirox is actually getting a bit further away so he can get accurate shots on that ISU-122S. And he needs to turn and face the enemy here, behind the bushes. Now, can he get shots on that ISU? Yes, he can. Dialing in. Let it dial in. He fires snap, but he does get a hit on this occasion. He's lucky. And the ISU-122 is about to get... Oh, and it's actually the box tank that gets ram killed, but the ISU-122 gets taken out by Elirox's shell directly afterwards. He fires snap again and wastes another shell. Don't fire snap. Dial in on targets before you shoot, otherwise you will waste the shell. Well, somebody's capping and we can't see them. We've only got the T-150 left. Oh, what's Elirox doing now? He's going over to the Lake Road. Oh no, this is the wrong decision. He's trying to get into a position so he can actually shoot up one of the avenues into the town. And he's just getting himself further away from the town. He might have to drive into the town and shotgun one of the enemies at close range. Let's hope that that T-150 can take down that T-29. He hasn't really done much so far in the battle. No kills. Elirox has decided to go back to his previous firing position, because he can shoot up one of the avenues at that T-29. He's only got half a reticule. He fires us again. He fires a blind shot in. Now he can see the T-29. Was he in the position where he last saw him? He's auto-aimed on. Yes, he was there. So that might have got a reset the last time, but this time around he will get a reset, and he does on that T-29. But they've got 3 in the cap. He fires another one in, and he's killed the T-29. So it's now 2 versus 2. The enemy's got an Arty, which happens to be a gorilla, in the cap area. And that TOG 2 we saw was badly damaged. So it's now up to... Oh, there's the TOG! He's made himself visible. We've fired around in. Yes, a nice hit. He's actually now 1 shot for this Arty. If Elirox can get around on target, he fires one in. It hits the wreck. He's only got 2 rounds of HE left. And somebody left the cap. I'm not sure which tank left the cap, but somebody left the tank. And no, they've got back in the cap again. So both of them are in the cap area. And there's the gorilla. We can see the gorilla dialed in, rounds out, and wounded him. That was Splash. Elirox needs to change position to get a better shot than that gorilla. When he was moving away, I thought it was a big mistake. If he'd actually been a bit closer, that would have been easier to take the gorilla out, but he's now in a position where he might actually be able to drive it in and shoot both of them with shotguns and still win the game. The T-150 really isn't helping much. Elirox has got 4 kills so far. He's got a possible Top Gun if he can go in there and kill both of these enemies. He's already potentially got a Defender medal as well because he reset the cap on that T-29. Ideally, he wants to take out the gorilla first, and as soon as he's taken out the gorilla, kill the TOG 2 immediately afterwards. The reason for that is the gorilla does have a 15cm howitzer as its main armament, so he can do a hell of a lot of damage. Much easier to damage a gorilla with an HE round. He's got 8 AP rounds, and he will load the AP directly after he's finished with the gorilla, so he can deal with the TOG. Now the AP rounds will easily penetrate the TOG, 64mm of pen, and they do 350 alpha. I reckon the gorilla's just going to be around the corner. Oh, there's the TOG. He's dialing in. Oh, fires an HE round. Unfortunately, now he's only got the AP. He did get a reset on the TOG. TOG's definitely going to be looking this way, but we also don't know where the gorilla is now. We need the T-150 to come into the cap. He's on the approach road, but he's just not taking part in the battle. He's still got 100% health, and here comes the gorilla. Well, I think we can take out the gorilla. Well, Elirox backs up because the gorilla was going to shotgun him, but the gorilla's fired now, so he's on a long reload, and Elirox is going in the wrong direction. You need to go forward. Take out the gorilla straight away. Don't let him reload. I'm not sure why Elirox did that. Bad move to back off. He should have just driven in and taken out the gorilla straight away with a shotgun, but he's allowing the gorilla to reload. And that's a total waste because it's an AP round. He needed a direct hit. Now the gorilla is in sight. Just reload and shoot. Oh, and he misses. And the gorilla gets a shot at him. He's reloading again. And the gorilla goes to hide. And this time round he gets it right. Oh, dear. I will have to have words with Elirox because that was not the correct way to do it. You take advantage of the reload. The TOG has left the cap area. He now knows that we're in the cap area, but of course he's got a 105mm armor-piercing round with that TOG's name on it. And if he can get into a position, he can take that guy out. He's auto-aiming on him. Nope, didn't pen the armor. Well, we've had the 2-minute warning. We've had the minute warning. He needs to get a better shot on that TOG, but he doesn't want the TOG to shoot back at him. So he's auto-aiming on, and it's not going to work if he does that. The TOG's only got 1 hit point left. Oh, so few seconds left in the game. And the TOG goes down to the T150, who finally bucks up the courage to take out the last enemy. And that's the end of the game. Oh my gum. Comedy of errors. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. Well, it was an ace tanker for Elirox in the 105 leFH18B2. And he did get a fighter's badge for getting at least 4 kills. He did get 4, he got 5 actually in the end, because he took out the gorilla as well. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7 in that one, and he got a defender medal for resetting the cap, getting at least 70 defense points in total. And his win rate for the game was 8672. Yeah, let's have a look at the team score. Didn't get the highest damage in the game. No, that actually went to the T29 on his team with 2,351 hit points. He picked up the high caliber. The next high scorer was the ISU 122S, that premium tank destroyer. He managed to get a defender medal with 21225, so very high score. And after that, it was the box tank with 2061, very well played by him. 1854 was the next highest score, and that was by Elirox. When it came to the highest number of kills, that was Elirox with 5 kills. And when it came to the base XP, yes, it's him again with 1044, the only player over 1000 base experience points. He fired 40 rounds. He only had 2 rounds left at the end of that game. 19 direct hits, 3 penetrations, 15 splash. Damage of 1,854 hit points, of which 1,597 were at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit. It was a splash. That was from the gorilla. He also spotted 1 enemy vehicle. Again, that's the gorilla. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 20 capture points and 100 defense points. So he maximized out on that defender. On a premium count, he earned 45,720 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables took away 19,884 credits. He got 1 bond for getting the defender, and 1,566 XP. 626 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 2,192 experience points altogether. Well, yes, he did win the battle in the end, but it was very, very close. It went down to the wire. He only would have been able to fire 1 more shot after the last one he fired. Luckily, the T150 managed to take out the enemy TOG, who only had 1 hit point left at the end of the game. And I think, really, to be honest, it might have been easier for Elirox to just drive up to the TOG and shotgun him in the side to take him out at that point, but he had lost a lot of hit points to that gorilla, and he shouldn't have lost them. Once the gorilla is fired, he's actually got at least 20 seconds before he reloads. And so when the gorilla fired the first time, Elirox could have just driven straight forward, turned the corner and blasted him out of existence. He couldn't do anything to defend himself. Admittedly, the TOG was there, but the gorilla wouldn't have been there for very much longer. And so with the TOG, he would have been dead the next shot from Elirox. So yes, I think the main thing is to tell Elirox is not to fire snapshot. Let your shot style in before you shoot, so you don't waste shells. And if the enemy Arty fires, know the reload times so you can drive in and shoot them straight in the face and they can't do anything about it. That's the main thing to learn. But congratulations to Elirox for getting an ace tanker. It was a very hard way to get it. It almost took the full 15 minutes of the battle to find out that he could get one. But it was, yes, definitely the wrong thing to drive away from the town right in the middle of the battle. So, or at least go to the Lake Road. Not the right thing to do. But congratulations on getting that win. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.